What if, during the eclipse, we take a moment to step away from our cameras and phones
Yeah.
and just soak it all in?
Oh, yeah.
No distractions, just us and the blood moon. What do you think?
I think that's a fantastic idea. It's easy to get caught up in trying to capture the perfect photo or video.
Right.
But sometimes the most powerful experiences are the ones we simply absorb with our senses.
Well said. Okay, I'm making a pact with myself right now.
Right?
During totality, I'm putting down the phone and just being present in the moment.
Good for you.
Who knows, maybe I'll even try a little stargazing while I'm at it.
That sounds like a perfect plan.
Okay. This deep dive has officially turned into an eclipse watch party planning session.
Uh-huh.
But before we get too carried away,
Yeah.
is there anything else we should cover? Any final tips or insights for our listeners as we approach this incredible event?
Let me think. We've covered viewing, photography, a bit of history,
Mm-hmm.
and even touched on the science behind it all.
Hmm.
You know what we haven't discussed?
What's that?
The best ways to prepare for a truly memorable viewing experience.
Oh, you're right. We've got the what,
Yeah.
but not the how in terms of logistics. Tell me more.
First and foremost,
Yeah.
check the weather forecast.
Okay.
It goes without saying, but clear skies are essential for optimal viewing.
Makes sense.
If clouds are in the forecast,
Uh-huh.
you might need to adjust your plans or consider traveling to a location with better visibility.
Solid advice. Nothing worse than planning an eclipse party and then having it rained out.
Exactly. Next, think about location.
Okay.
Ideally, you want to find a spot with minimal light pollution.
Right.
Heading out of the city or to a higher elevation can make a huge difference in how clearly you can see the night sky.
That makes sense. Less light pollution means more stars
Yeah.
and a more dramatic view of the eclipse. Right?
Absolutely. And if you're planning to stay up late or even pull an all-nighter,
Uh-huh.
make sure you're well rested beforehand.
Right.
An eclipse viewing party can be a lot of fun,
Oh, for sure.
but it's even better when you're not nodding off during totality.
Maybe pack some snacks and coffee just in case.
Excellent idea. And don't forget comfortable clothing,
Okay.
and maybe even blankets or chairs if you're planning to be outside for a while. It can get chilly in the late hours, even in warmer climates.
Okay, I'm taking notes. Comfortable clothes, snacks, check the weather forecast.
Uh-huh.
Anything else I should add to my pre-eclipse checklist?
Let's see. Oh, one more thing.
Okay, what's that?
If you're planning to use binoculars or a telescope,
Yeah.
make sure you know how to use them beforehand.
Oh, yeah.
Fumbling around with equipment during the eclipse can be frustrating
Right.
and might cause you to miss some of the best moments.
You're so right. Nothing like missing the blood moon because you're trying to figure out which end of the telescope to look through.
Uh-huh, exactly. So a little bit of prep goes a long way in ensuring a smooth and enjoyable eclipse viewing experience.
Well, I feel like we've covered all the bases. From the science behind the eclipse
Yeah.
to the practicalities of planning a watch party, I think our listeners are well equipped to witness this celestial spectacle.
Me too. I'm really looking forward to this eclipse.
Yeah.
It's going to be a special one.
I can't wait either. It's amazing how these events have the power to bring people together,
Yeah.
spark curiosity, and remind us of the wonders that lie beyond our planet.
You said it. And you know what? This conversation has sparked a new thought for me.
Oh, I'm intrigued. What is it?
We've talked a lot about how we observe lunar eclipses from Earth,
Right.
but I'm wondering what would it be like to witness a lunar eclipse from the moon itself?
Whoa, that's a mind-blowing question.
Yeah.
I've never thought about it that way before.
Yeah.
What do you think we would see?
Well, instead of seeing the moon turn red, we would actually see the Earth eclipsing the sun. Imagine standing on the lunar surface
Okay.
and watching the Earth, a vibrant blue sphere,
Yeah.
slowly move across the face of the sun.
Wow. That would be incredible. And since the Earth is so much bigger than the moon,
Right.
the eclipse would probably last much longer, right?
You're exactly right. It would be a completely different perspective on a familiar phenomenon.
That's such a cool thought. It makes me wonder what other celestial wonders we could witness if we had the chance to view them from different vantage points in the solar system.
It really makes you appreciate the vastness and diversity of the cosmos, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Huh?
Okay, I think we need to do a whole separate deep dive on that topic someday, but for now,
Yeah.
let's get back to our earthbound perspective and make sure our listeners are fully prepped for this incredible total lunar eclipse.
Sounds good to me.
You know, as we wrap up our deep dive on this eclipse,
Yeah.
it's been quite a journey, right? exploring the science,
It
the
has.
history,
Yeah,
the cultural significance,
totally.
even photography tips.
It's been great.
But, all this talk about viewing the eclipse from different locations and like thinking about how people throughout history have experienced these events,
Right.
it makes me think about something kind of bittersweet.
Oh, what's that?
Well, we're lucky enough to have all this incredible knowledge about eclipses now,
Yeah,
and we can plan for them, travel to see them, even photograph them in stunning detail.
right.
But there's also this growing problem that kind of threatens our ability to truly appreciate these celestial wonders.
You're talking about light pollution, aren't you?
Exactly. It's
Hmm?
kind of ironic, right?
It is.
We're sending telescopes into space,
Yeah.
exploring distant galaxies.
Hmm.
But here on Earth, our view of the night sky is becoming increasingly obscured by artificial light.
It's a real concern. And as cities expand and lighting technology evolves, the problem is only getting worse.
Right.
It's becoming harder and harder to find those truly dark skies
Yeah.
where you can fully experience the awe-inspiring vastness of the cosmos.
I remember as a kid going camping with my family and being like amazed by how many stars you could see away from the city lights.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a completely different sky. But I'm worried the future generations might not have those same opportunities
Right.
to connect with the night sky in the same way.
I share your concern, and it's not just about the aesthetic beauty of the stars either. Light pollution has real impacts on wildlife, human health,
Wow.
and even our understanding of the universe.
So what can we do about it? It can feel overwhelming, like this huge problem that's out of our control.
It's easy to feel that way, but even small actions can make a difference.
Okay.
We can start by being more mindful of our own lighting habits.
Okay, like what kind of things?
Things like using energy-efficient bulbs,
Okay.
shielding outdoor lights so they only shine downward,
Right.
and turning off lights when we don't need them.
Those are all great tips.
Eh,
It's amazing how much energy and money we waste on unnecessary lighting.
Absolutely. And beyond our individual choices,
Uh-huh.
we can also support organizations that are working to raise awareness about light pollution
Okay.
and advocate for responsible lighting policies.
Right.
There's a growing movement of people who are passionate about protecting dark skies, and their work is making a real difference.
It's encouraging to hear that. It gives me hope that we can preserve the wonder of the night sky for future generations.
Me too. And, speaking of inspiring future generations,
Yeah.
this upcoming lunar eclipse is a fantastic opportunity to get kids excited about science and astronomy.
Oh, absolutely. Imagine seeing the moon turn red for the first time as a kid. It would be magical.
Big wood.
It could spark a lifelong fascination with space and exploration.
Exactly. And it's not just about the visual spectacle either. It's a chance to talk about the science behind eclipses,
Uh-huh.
the moon's phases,
Yeah.
the vastness of the solar system.
And maybe even spark a dream of becoming an astronaut someday. Who knows? The next Neil Armstrong could be out there right now,
Yeah.
gazing up at this blood moon and feeling that same sense of wonder and possibility.
I love that thought. And it's a reminder that even in our increasingly technology-driven world,
Uh-huh.
these celestial events still have the power to connect us to something bigger than ourselves,
Right.
to ignite our curiosity and to inspire us to learn more about the universe and our place within it.
Beautifully said. It's been an incredible journey exploring this topic with you.
I agree.
And I think we've given our listeners a lot to think about
Right.
as they prepare for this upcoming lunar eclipse.
I agree. From the practicalities of viewing and photography
Uh-huh.
to the deeper questions about the impact of light pollution
Right.
and the importance of preserving dark skies for future generations.
We've covered it all.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that this conversation is just the beginning.
Yeah.
This eclipse is going to spark countless more discussions, observations, and discoveries.
No doubt about it. And you know what? I have a feeling that as we witness this total lunar eclipse, as the moon slowly turns that deep shade of red,
Yeah.
there's going to be a collective sense of awe and wonder washing over people all across North America.
I bet.
It's going to be a moment of shared experience,
Yeah.
connecting us not just to the cosmos, but to each other.
What a perfect thought to end on. It's a reminder that even though we might be separated by distance and time,
Yeah.
we all share the same sky, the same moon, and the same sense of wonder about the mysteries of the universe. So to all our listeners out there, get ready for a truly unforgettable experience.
Yes.
Mark your calendars, find your viewing spot, and prepare to be amazed by the magic of the blood moon.
And remember, keep looking up,
Yeah.
keep exploring, and never stop questioning the world around you.
That's it for this deep dive into the 2025 total lunar eclipse. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time for another fascinating exploration.